In supporting Vice President Harris, I recognize that her policy views may differ significantly from mine. However, in this election, my focus is on issues related to American democracy, the Constitution, and the rule of law, which I believe are of primary concern to all Americans in the 2024 presidential election. Joining me now is J. Michael Luttig, a former judge on the United States Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit, who is highly respected in the legal community. Days before January 6, 2021, former Vice President Mike Pence consulted him on the constitutional role of certifying Electoral College votes, a decision that helped avert a constitutional crisis. Judge Luttig, thank you for joining us. You have stated publicly that Vice President Harris is fit to serve, while Donald Trump is not. However, current polls show a tight race, underscoring the need for a compelling message in these final days. What would you say to the American people about the core issues in this election? Judge Luttig responded by emphasizing that the American people must understand what is really at stake in this election: democracy and the rule of law. Other policy differences among the candidates are of little importance compared to their contrasting attitudes toward these fundamental principles. He pointed out that democracy and the rule of law in America, which are the cornerstones of this republic, have set America apart globally for nearly 250 years. Reflecting on the past, Judge Luttig asserted that Donald Trump has eroded these values, especially after January 6, 2021. In his view, any presidential candidate must respect the will of the voters and commit to a peaceful transfer of power. Without this promise, America will no longer be a democracy. Ali recognized the historical sacrifices required to uphold democracy and asked Judge Luttig how voters grappling with their conservative values could justify their choice of Harris. Judge Luttig explained that this election is not about abandoning conservative principles, but rather about prioritizing country over party loyalty. He hopes Americans, especially Republicans, will have the courage to put their country above partisan divisions. Discussing the unique burdens that Americans may bear, Judge Luttig reflected on the responsibility that every voter will bear in the years to come. As he stated in his endorsement of Vice President Harris, he does not want to look back and regret a vote that contributed to the erosion of democracy. He underscored that Trump is being prosecuted for serious crimes, a fact often overlooked by Republicans, but which he believes should matter greatly to all voters. Ali then brought up General John Kelly's recent remarks, which described Trump as a fascist. Judge Luttig praised Kelly and General Milley for their courage and integrity in addressing these critical issues, despite their historically lacking ties to politics. Judge Luttig clarified that while he has chosen to support Harris, this is due to his stance on democracy, the Constitution, and the rule of law, and not because of any policy alignment. In conclusion, Judge Luttig stated that the real question before voters is not whether Vice President Harris is qualified, but rather whether Donald Trump is fit to hold the office. He believes that, based on Trump's actions during his previous term, the answer is clear. Trump has betrayed the nation and is unfit to serve again.